The Museum Studies minor has been at UW for about 7 years, and the Art Museum aims to be a major asset for that program. The goal of the program is to give students a hint of what working in a museum might be like.
So the Art Museum provided us with facilities, it gave us a classroom with which to have meetings in, it gave us a place to store pieces that were in transition. Really every conceivable resource that we needed, the Art Museum was more than willing to provide.
We used a ton of the museum's resources, such as, the resource room. Having the room allowed us a communal place for the group to come together and really talk about the things that we found.
So one big area we used the resource was in the teaching gallery, which is a gallery specifically towards education, since this is an academic museum, there's a space specifically for classes to come in and teachers to come in and use the art museum as a way to teach a lesson or teach a subject.
The resources provided by the museum were essential to the course. Being able to access not only the spaces provided by the museum, but also the collections, really created a hands-on interdisciplinary course that is very effective in teaching theory and practice.
As an asset for the Museum Studies program, the Art Museum strives to give students opportunities that go beyond just the physical walls of the Art Museum.
Both Nicole Crawford and Dr. Isadora Helfgott talked to a couple students about possibly, doing a project over the summer that would lead into a study abroad.
Having a museum professional in Cambodia when we were doing the Cambodia Study Abroad course really affected the way in which we analyzed museums. Going into a museum just as a layman, just as somebody who is interested in museums, doesn't really give you the full effect of knowing why something was placed in a certain place and how all the factors that went into that really affected the overall production of the museum.
Having both an academic professor and a museum professional professor provided a good balance between museum practice and theory and an academic focus for the course.
As a field, museum studies goes beyond just academics. It's half academics and half professional development. So we provide the opportunity for students to get some hands-on, real-world experience, and that's what employers in museums are looking for.
My internship provided me with experience that'll not only help me put on shows in the future, but will actually really impact my ability to get a job.
Being in the museum setting, it really just helped me understand that it's not just a one-man show, the way it goes up. There's so many other things that go with it, and being able to work with those people is really important, and creating that collaborative personality in oneself.
So the course is more than just, your exams, the literature that you're reading, but you're using that and applying it in a very practical sense.
A lot of us start in this program are either history majors, art majors, anthropology majors, and people all the time talk about how our job field is very limited, but the museums are always going to continue to grow. They're always going to be there because they're a source of culture and a source of identity for everyone.
It's really helped me in that real world experience of understanding kind of where I want to go and putting those steps in motion. I wasn't for sure I thought I wanted to teach, but then I took that class and I was like, this is what I want to do.